Have you ever wondered why someone would pretend to have an orgasm? It's a common trope in movies and a punchline in sitcoms, but the reality behind it is far more complex and emotional than a simple comedic moment. Faking an orgasm is a widely discussed topic, yet it's often misunderstood, shrouded in assumptions and myths. We're going to dive deep into this subject, exploring the many reasons people do it and what it truly signifies about intimacy, communication, and self-worth. It's a topic that touches on everything from social pressures and gender roles to personal insecurities and relationship dynamics. At first glance, faking an orgasm might seem like a deceptive act, a betrayal of trust. But when you look closer, it's rarely that simple. Often, it's an act born out of a desire to protect someone else's feelings, to avoid conflict, or to manage one's own complex emotions. This isn't just about a physical act. It's about the unspoken narratives we carry into the bedroom and the vulnerability that comes with sharing our most intimate selves. One of the most frequently cited reasons for faking an orgasm is to protect a partner's feelings. Imagine a scenario where you know your partner is trying their best. They're attentive, they're considerate, and they genuinely want you to have a good time. But for whatever reason, maybe you're stressed, tired, or just not in the right headspace. The physical connection isn't leading to a climax. The thought of telling them it's not happening can feel like a direct blow to their ego. You might fear they'll feel inadequate, rejected, or even angry. In that moment, faking it can seem like the compassionate choice, a way to offer reassurance and end the encounter on a positive note. It's a silent agreement to prioritize their emotional comfort over your own authentic experience. This isn't about malice. It's about empathy, misguided as it might be. It's an attempt to manage the emotional fallout of a potentially awkward or disappointing situation. This ties directly into societal expectations. We live in a world where male performance and female pleasure are often framed in very specific and sometimes restrictive ways. Men are frequently taught that their worth as a partner is tied to their ability to satisfy a woman, and a lack of female orgasm can be perceived as a failure on their part. For women, there can be a pressure to be responsive and easy to please, and a failure to climax might be seen as a personal or relational problem. These ingrained beliefs can create a perfect storm of anxiety and pressure in the bedroom. Faking an orgasm can then become a strategy to uphold these social scripts, to conform to what we believe a sexual encounter should look like. It's a performance, not just for the partner, but for the script we've internalized about sex and intimacy. Another powerful motivator is a desire to simply end the encounter. This can be for a variety of reasons. Maybe you're tired, you're uncomfortable, or you've just lost interest. Continuing to go through the motions feels exhausting and pointless. Faking an orgasm provides a quick and clean exit, a signal that the act is complete. It avoids the potentially awkward conversation of saying, "I'm not into this anymore," or "Can we just stop?" This is especially true for those who feel a sense of obligation. If you're in a relationship where you feel pressured to be intimate, faking it might feel like the only way to meet your partner's needs while also preserving your own energy and boundaries. It's a difficult position to be in, and it highlights a breakdown in communication and a lack of mutual respect. Self-esteem and personal insecurity play a huge role as well. Some people fake orgasms not because of their partner, but because of themselves. They might feel pressure to perform perfectly or believe that their body isn't working correctly if they don't climax. They may worry that their lack of orgasm is a sign that something is wrong with them, or that they are somehow broken. This internal pressure can be immense, leading them to fake it to avoid confronting their own insecurities or feeling inadequate. This can be a particularly lonely experience, as it's a secret they keep not just from their partner, but from themselves. It's an attempt to live up to an internal standard of what they think a sexual person should be. And let's not forget about trauma. For individuals who have experienced sexual assault or other forms of trauma, intimacy can be a complicated and triggering landscape. Faking an orgasm might be a survival mechanism, a way to get through a physical encounter without being fully present. It can be a way to disassociate, to separate their mind from their body, and to end the situation as quickly as possible. This is not about their partner's performance. It's about their own need for safety and control in a situation that feels emotionally or physically overwhelming. It's an act of self-preservation, and it speaks to a deep and often unaddressed pain. So, what does this all mean for relationships? Faking orgasms, regardless of the reason, is a symptom of a deeper issue. It's a sign that communication is not as open and honest as it could be. It indicates a fear of vulnerability, a lack of trust, or a discomfort with expressing one's true desires and needs. When you fake an orgasm, you're essentially creating a false narrative of your intimacy. You're building a relationship on a foundation of unspoken truths and hidden frustrations. This can lead to a cycle of dissatisfaction and emotional distance. If one partner never feels truly seen or understood, and the other is constantly performing, the connection becomes superficial and hollow. If you're finding this topic insightful, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more content that challenges norms and encourages open conversations. And we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever considered these reasons before? The solution isn't to simply stop faking it. That's a simplistic and often unhelpful piece of advice. The real work lies in fostering an environment of psychological safety and open communication. It starts with small steps. Partners need to be able to talk about what feels good, what doesn't, and what they need without fear of judgment. This means being honest about your desires, your struggles, and your moments of uncertainty. It requires both individuals to be vulnerable and to accept that sex, like any other part of life, isn't always perfect. It's messy, it's beautiful, and it's a journey of discovery. For the person who is faking, the journey begins with self-awareness. It's about asking yourself, why am I doing this? Is it out of fear of hurting my partner's feelings? Is it a way to end the encounter? Is it because I feel insecure about my own body? Understanding the root cause is the first step toward addressing it. It's about recognizing that your pleasure and your truth are just as important as your partner's. And for the partner, it's about creating a space where the other person feels safe enough to be honest. It's about removing the pressure and focusing on connection and pleasure rather than a specific outcome. This means asking questions, listening without judgment, and being empathetic. It means understanding that sometimes a great sexual encounter doesn't end with an orgasm, and that's perfectly okay. Ultimately, faking an orgasm isn't just about a physical act. It's a window into the unspoken anxieties and insecurities that we bring into our most intimate moments. It's a reflection of the pressure to perform, the fear of disappointing a partner, and the complex web of social expectations that surround sex. The path forward is not about perfection, but about honesty. It's about creating relationships where vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength, and where a genuine connection is valued far more than a perfect performance. If you know someone who might benefit from hearing this message, please consider sharing this video with them. And remember, the journey to true intimacy begins with a single, honest conversation.